Well, good morning, Middleton Mustangs. Welcome to PE at Home. This is an exciting week. This is when the March Madness tournament will usually come to a culmination. Tonight would usually be the championship, or at least last night would have been. So I have a special treat for you on Thursday when I see you again. We will be doing March Madness and seeing if you can make it all the way to the Final Four or maybe even the National Championship. But we're going to start right here to go and get our skills a little bit better. So we're going to start warming up. We're going to go and do a little ball control day 2 review, some shooting to make sure you're ready for that March Madness tournament, a little review, and a cool down. So fun little warm up right here. You can go either direction on this for knee circles. So you're just going to grab your knees and make them go in a circle. It's a lot of fun and you can get other people involved, and it's hard not to laugh while you're doing this because it's kind of goofy movement, but it gives your knees and your hips and everything from your shoulders all the way down warming up a little bit. Alright, as I've said before, if you need to, you can always rewind or go back if you need to go and check out any of these if you want to do them a little bit longer. We're doing some windmill toe touches, really getting our whole body engaged left to right to make sure everything gets a chance to warm up and move around. Alright. From there, we're going to go and do a little bit more to get that torso moving. We're going to do some lunges with a twist on them, which really just loosens up our back, our shoulders, and our legs so we can go and get our rocket squat and shot without pulling anything at all. Making sure that we're getting that heart to say happy, and say it's welcome and thank you and everything like that in between. Alright, another take on jumping jacks is called jumping jills. So you open, close them like a book. Open, close them. Open, close them. Again, all of these, you do about 30 seconds of each just to get yourself moving through, get yourself warmed up. You should feel your heart saying thank you as we get to the end of these. So we're going to do a quick day 2 review of ball control, pulling out a lot of the skills that we used before to make it a little bit more of a successful lesson, so when you move on, you're ready to go. So again, a reminder, use your finger pads every time that you're moving the ball. So if you are dribbling it or if you are just moving it from one hand to the other, try to use those finger pads, not the tips and not the palm. So again, just right dribbling is anywhere between your waist and your knees. That's where your hands should be. It's a little bit more comfortable. You should be able to bend your knees. You should be able to look up. But again, you just want to have it between your waist and your knees. Go ahead and try doing some dribbling. Again, if you can't do this dribbling, you can practice against a wall by rolling a ball. If yours doesn't bounce, you can roll it against a wall or up a steep grade, such as a driveway with a hill, or backyard if you have a hill. I've even seen some people find a way to do it up or down stairs if they have a way, but make sure you ask your parents before you do anything, because we want you to make sure you're doing things that are safe and you're still staying in a healthy and respectful manner as well. Alright, so that skill builder 1, getting those eyes up and bending those knees. You can see the difference between the first one to this one. The ball's still staying between the knees and the waist, but your knees are bent and your eyes are up. If you can dribble like this is a direct 3rd grade skill. This is where you should be. This is a level 4. You're hitting 3 out of the 5 elements. The only thing that we're not doing is we're not moving at this point in time. Alright, alternating hands a little bit. Gives you a chance to use your non-dominant hand and those finger pads. Just pushing the ball side to side. Try not to carry it. Try to be pushing on the top and the side. Alright, here's where you get that level 4 again for moving. Your skill builder number 6, you're dribbling and walking forward with your eyes up. See, I kind of have mine eyes down, but they should be looking forward to where you're going. Using those finger pads. Try to bend your knees a little bit more than Mr. W here. I look like a statue. Alright, that was our day 2 review, and now we're going to go into shooting. I've had a little chance to go and look at this. I know you've been waiting for it, and I know you've been excited to talk about it. So, looking at the difference between squat, rocket, shot, and beef. There's 2 different ways that I've been taught to go and shoot over the past 10 years of teaching, and I like both of them. So I want to show you squat, rocket, shot, which is the one we're going to be using. This is where you squat, so you get those feet out, then you rocket by launching your feet up, and then shot. Just a nice follow through. You want to try to make it rain like a rainbow if you can. Now beef, which is a little bit different, if you've played basketball, you've probably heard this term, and it's not the meat that you're eating. This is balance, so you're getting those feet out wide, about shoulder width apart. You're looking at your target with your eyes, that's the E, and the other E is your elbow. Make sure your elbow is facing the target. And then F is follow through, so when you make it rain like a rainbow, your hand should hang in the air, and that's how you get that nice spin on the ball and the follow through. If you're shooting, you want to aim for the back of the hoop. So again, this is another view. This is from the front, squat, rocket, shot. So you see me squat, rocket, and then shot. You push up and out. If you don't have a hoop, and all you have is a ball, you can still practice this by shooting up. If you have a giant wall, it's kind of nice to go and get close to the wall and shoot up against the wall. Try to get it up a little bit higher. The big thing is trying to go and get that ball to go up versus out. Alright, time to have a little bit of fun now that you've had a chance to go and practice a little bit of shooting without the hoops or anything like that. So this will give you a chance to start doing that. This activity can be done inside or outside. I've modified it a couple ways so you can look at how you want to do it. Some challenges that'll work best for you. So you get to beat the teach, and we've got a few scores for you to go and look at while you're doing this. First one, you got to go and find some objects or balls. I have a bunch of bean bags, as you can see here, a rubber ducky, some rubber balls, a tennis ball. You even had a football in there, I think, at one point in time. Then you want to set up 3 buckets in a row, or targets. So if you don't have buckets and all you have are some sticks in your yard, or cones, or dolls, or cars, anything that you can use that you have been approved by your parents, so make sure you do ask them. Because you don't want to be using a garbage can full of garbage, obviously. So if you're stuck inside and you can't find any balls, you can crumple up paper as well as another modification. Alright, beat the teach, round 1. How many shots can you get out of 10? So you gotta take 10 shots and see how many you can make in your buckets. Does not matter which bucket you hit. Alright, here's the teacher scores. Did you beat us? Mr. N got 8 out of 10, Mr. W got 7 out of 10, and Mr. Q got 6 out of 10. It's okay if you didn't. Again, we're just working on trying to work on that follow through and shooting during this part. So if you're sitting down, if you're able to stand and shoot and you're able to do this outside, you can use basketball hoop for all of these. Again, kind of this is your own modification, whatever works best for you. Alright, round 2, since we have 3 baskets in a row, basket number 1 is worth 1 point, number 2 is worth 2 points, and the third basket is worth 3 points. You're going to be taking 3 shots here, and you're going to go and try to take your final score after 3 shots, adding up all the points. You can see here Mr. Q got 27 points, Mr. W, a little bit back from there, got 22, and Mr. N got 17 points. Did you beat the teach? If not, we've been practicing for a long time, so it's okay. Try to get your best score, and feel free to try these more than once. Alright, round 3, 10 shots from anywhere you want to. So if you have a basketball hoop, I'm showing you with a basketball hoop. If you still are stuck inside, you can go anywhere you want to. If you're in your living room or basement or anything like that, if you're using crumpled up paper, take 10 shots from anywhere and see how many you can make it. Mr. W won this round, got a perfect 10 out of 10. I was shooting pretty close. Mr. Q had 9 out of 10, and Mr. N, or Mr. Narvison, got 8 out of 10. How'd you do? Alright, beat the teach, round 4. You have 10 free throw attempts here. If you don't have a free throw set up, this is generally about 10 steps back from a basket. If you're indoors, you want to go back as far as you safely can. Again, ask your parents before you do anything too crazy, because I don't want you to hurt anyone or break anything. So we are concerned about your safety, so you go back as far as you safely can without wrecking anything. Alright, did you beat the teach from the free throw line? Mr. W had a good day here on this one with 7 out of 10, tied with Mr. Q. Mr. N had 5 out of 10, 50% out of his shots. Alright, this is actually round 5. I labeled it round 4 for some reason. You have 10 shots again. This time a layup, which is way up where this green line is worth 1 point. About halfway between the layup and the free throw line is worth 2 points, or 5 steps. and then a free throw where you had your free throw before, so as far back as you can get, if you're inside, as far back as you safely can get, is worth 3 points. So you can take 10 shots total. So if you want to do 3 up front, 3 in the middle, and 4 in the back, that'd be 10 shots. Take your final score, add it all up. On this one, Mr. Narveson had a great day shooting from downtown at the free throw line. Hit 25 points. Mr. W had 21, and Mr. Q had 17. How'd you do? All right. After all that competition, you can go back if you'd like to do those again. Otherwise, it is time to calm down. So find a comfortable space. Relax. Put away all the equipment if you haven't already. Pause this video if you need to. All right, what did you do well today? Did you do well on your squatting, your rocket, your shot? Did you do awesome on the warm-up? Were you doing well on the shooting? Were you getting near your target? Doing better than maybe you thought you would have on some versus others? Try to find those positives. Now think about the challenging skills you have worked on today. Shooting is not easy. There are millions and millions of people that have tried to go and shoot and be really good at it and still haven't mastered it at all. The cool part is you'll go and see how when you're under pressure it does become more challenging. If you ever watch any games at all and someone's taking a shot at the end of the game and it's really important and they miss it wide left, or they hit the backboard or the rim, or they're kicking a soccer ball and they completely miss altogether, it happens. You could be the best person out there and you still can go and miss. So think about how challenging some of these skills are. Did you do your best while you were working on them? If you did, be proud that you worked hard. That's the goal. We're just practicing, trying to get better together. Those of you that are sharing your scores, that is awesome. Whether you got 1 out of 10 or you got 10 out of 10. Be proud that you were trying it and you were working hard as you were doing it and you were learning. If you did each item more than once, that's amazing. If you only got to 1 item, that's still good. You're still trying. That's what we're looking for. Be proud of it. And remember to thank anybody that helped you today. Whether that's brothers, sisters, parents, your dogs, cats, gerbils, parakeets. Or even if it was just hearing Mr. W or watching what he was trying to do. Again, we want you to know that you are noticed. We care about you and we want you to succeed. So good luck, have a great rest of your day, and we will see you for March Madness on Thursday.